to Behind the Tweet podcast. I'm your host, Christine Parks, Chief Communications Officer for Temple ISD. Welcome to this week's episode of Behind the Tweet, which we are calling Safety Patrol. On November 8th, on both Facebook and Twitter, Ray Allen Elementary Safety Patrol was huge. In fact, since those posts, it's gotten over 15,000 impressions on Facebook and I think nearly 2,000 on Twitter. It's a picture of a group of students standing in front of Ray Allen in their cute little orange safety vest, and they're standing with Dr. Ott, and it says, "Shout out to the Safety Patrol at Ray Allen Elementary School. These fifth graders help open car doors, welcome students, greet parents, and organize breakfast lines. Schools teach more than academics. We also teach kindness and service to others." I think that this post resonated with people for two reasons. First being the whole concept of the Safety Patrol itself and just the novelty of it. And second, because of the message in the second part of the post about schools teaching more than just academics. I have Dr. Ott with us today, and I want to first talk about the first part of the tweet and the Safety Patrol at Ray Allen Elementary. Tell us a little bit about your first impression and your first encounter, I guess, with the Safety Patrol.
Well, my first encounter is when I pulled up and parked. I saw some parents opening their car door and students of the Safety Patrol opening the door and welcoming their peers to Ray Allen. And I saw parents pulling off or pulling out of Ray Allen with a smile on their faces. So I went over to check out exactly what was going on. And instead of seeing one or two students, I ended up seeing close to 10 or 12 out there just opening car doors. And I think what struck me is I know safety is top of mind right now for everybody for various reasons. And so not only the idea of making sure that our schools are safe, but also having our students participate in that and teaching them the importance of safety as they actually act that out on their end. So I thought that was just a really neat exchange. I thought it was very positive, and the students were very serious about their responsibilities. In fact, one example of that is I had said I was going to walk in the side door of the cafeteria because we were going to honor a community group, and one of the students who actually knew me by name said, "Dr. Ott, you actually need to check into the front because you do not have your badge on." And so that is an example of taking their role seriously. And sure enough, I went to the front and got a visitor's pass because I left my badge at the office. So I really appreciate them and how responsible they were and how they take safety as being very important and valuable in a school.
And I loved that story. We laughed here in the office for a long time about that the Safety Patrol at Ray Allen busted Dr. Ott without his name badge, so he had to go around. But again, just a wonderful example of what this group does and helping enforce safety and being a welcoming presence on campus to parents, to our students as they get there. So I was looking into it a little bit more, and I spoke with Dr. Blomquist, who's the principal at Ray Allen, and asked her about the Safety Patrol program. And she said that this was something that she had really always wanted to do. And when she shared the idea with Coach Jones, that he just took it and ran with it. So we are actually going to, in just a minute, have Coach Jones on the phone with us to tell us a little bit more about the program. Coach Jones, how are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing super well. I'm here with Dr. Ott and want to talk today a little bit about Safety Patrol. Do you want to share with us a little bit more about what that is?
So our goal here was to find out, we like to be proactive. So we want to get our fifth grade students prepared for the world of being sixth graders. And with that mindset comes with learning responsibility and accountability. So we decided to put this group together to give them some tasks that shows what it means to be, accountable for certain things and also setting the example. So we were thinking about the meet and greet of the car rider line and how can we get them to the front lines, if you will.
Yeah.
So we thought about growing up. I was on Safety Patrol. So, and I had fun with it. So let's give them an opportunity to come out and meet and greet parents, but at the same time as well, that peer-to-peer interaction with the students, especially with fifth graders interacting with kinder, first, and second. They get really excited when you see those guys. So why not see them first thing in the morning, which help boost their day?
You mentioned that you were involved in Safety Patrol. Why is that? Why you wanted to get involved with this?
That was a part of the reason. And the second thing, I've always, even with my mentorship programs outside of Ray Allen, anytime you can get students active and thinking on their own and giving them an opportunity to be responsible for something, they take ownership. And once they take ownership of something, they cherish it and they don't want to taint it. So giving them, this opportunity allows them to show not only to us, to their parents, but to themselves that they're capable of taking on more and more tasks if they accomplish one. So it's one of those things to not only boost responsibility, but also build morale, because the kids really took this and ran with it. We created an outline, but the students were so excited about it and stay elated about it, from the car rider line to their duties in the cafeteria, to their duties on the playground when we walk around and make sure that the playgrounds are still safe for the kinder and first grade when they go out for recess. Reading to the kids, everything they've done so far, they stay excited, so that makes it worthwhile.
I love that. Tell us a little bit about how students are selected to participate.
We wanted to make sure that we had the staff involved. We created a permission slip to send on to the parents, but also within that permission slip, it gave the students a chance to tell us about themselves, and then also for them to articulate to us why they think they would be good candidates for the Safety Patrol. We also had a all-hands meeting, if you will, with all the fifth grade to introduce the program to them and told them about the criteria. The criteria was making sure that each student selected should model the core values of the school. We also wanted to make sure that they are not only doing their assignments daily, but they have to be turned in on time. They have to show good character, and they, just set an example of what it means to be an up-and-coming sixth grader. And that's the theme in the motto. Even though they're in the fifth grade, we always talk about you being a sixth grader.
Sure. No, and I love that because, the thing in education is obviously, yes, we want to get students from the beginning of the year to the end of the year and accomplish, all the requirements within that grade level. But the reality is we're preparing them for what's next, whatever that may be. And so I love that y'all have really taken this to heart. Do you have a student with you today?
That is correct. I have Mr. Anthony Roberson Hall with me.
Hi, Anthony. I'm Miss Parks, and I have Dr. Ott here with me.
Hello, Anthony.
Hello, sir.
Is it okay if I ask you a few questions?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So tell us a little bit about why you wanted to be part of the Safety Patrol at Ray Allen.
Because I wanted to learn lots of stuff that would help me later in life, like ownership.
Can you tell me a little bit about the training, like some of the things that y'all did to train and get prepared to assume this role?
Well, before we started, we had a little talk about what we were doing, but about how we would do stuff, and about what we required to do it.
What an amazing responsibility for you guys as fifth graders to just be an example of what it means to be a Ray Allen Eagle and what that truly looks like. So let me ask you one more thing. What's your favorite part of serving on the Safety Patrol?
My favorite part of serving is helping the little kids.
What a great way for you guys to help make those little eagles feel welcomed and to feel excited when they get to see you guys there helping them along the way and just being such great role models. Anthony, so very proud of you. And Dr. Ott, do you have any final thoughts or questions for Anthony or Coach before they go?
I don't have any questions. I just want to thank Coach Jones for putting this together. There are a few skills that people feel like get lost over time, hospitality being one of them, and just, human-to-human interaction and seeing students say, welcome to Ray Allen, we're happy you're here, we hope you have a great day at work. That's very hospitable. And then, obviously, None of them are plugged in. They don't have phones on them. They're talking to adults. They're talking to their peers, and I think it's extraordinary. And then, Anthony, to you, I love that you use the word ownership. That is a quality that relates to responsibility and accountability, and you are learning these leadership skills early on. So I just encourage you to continue to participate. Encourage your peers to participate, whether formally in the safety patrol or informally, just by helping others out on campus. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We humbly appreciate it.
Now I kind of wanted to focus on the second part of the post that talked about schools teach more than academics. We also teach kindness and service to others. And Dr. Ott, you started to touch on that a little bit with Anthony when you were talking to him about the skills that he was learning. But there were several comments related directly to this on social media. And so why do you think that this part of the post specifically was so impactful?
Well, I think that it's overlooked in education. I think there's so much focus on this, testing, whether it's a STAR test, the academic rigor, the core content, your basic subjects, and all of that is very important, but it's not the end-all, be-all. Just through as many human interactions that students and teachers and staff have throughout the day and the decisions that are made, you're naturally modeling examples or non-examples for students, and you're teaching them soft skills, you're teaching them leadership skills. They're learning skills that people are afraid are getting lost over time, as I mentioned earlier, like hospitality, respect. We teach more than your academic subjects. We teach character traits, not just by modeling, but through programs like this, through examples, scenarios, conversations, and so forth. So I just think it's very important, and we need to recognize that the education institution has certainly changed over time and has assumed so much more. And that helps prepare our youth for the things that they have ahead when they graduate.
When we talk about those soft skills, those other skills, the skills of just being kind, serving others, those are all things that students learn from whomever they're around. And the more opportunities we can provide to our students to serve others, more opportunities they can have to see kindness, they will hopefully repeat kindness as well. And this was just such an incredible program, and it's been so fun to learn a little bit more about it and to hear directly from the students and staff at Ray Allen, and it's something that we'll continue to watch. Thanks, Dr. Ott, for being with us today. Thanks so much for listening. Please join us next time for another episode of Behind the Tweet.